Hello guys, so welcome to my channel again. This is a problem in front of you, and this problem is a very good problem of rotation which also involves Newton's laws. So if you solve this problem, what benefits you are going to get? First of all, you will understand clearly what is pure rotation. Alright, second thing, you will know how to apply the Newton's laws, Newton's second law in this type of wedge problems. And then finally you will learn that what is the direction of friction, and how it is being applied, and why friction is a action reaction force. Alright, so all these things you will get to revise and learn with this question. So this is a deliberate attempt to revise rotation along with Newton's laws. So read the questions clearly like it is in front of you, and frame an image in your mind how the motion will be, and what will be the acceleration, and what will be the constraint relation. Alright, so read the question carefully and then we'll proceed to the solution. Now let's start the solution of it. Let's split my screen. Alright, I think the question is visible. So let's make the figure. So this is the boring process of the solving part. You have to draw the figure. So basically how we will proceed. We will first draw the free body diagram of both the cylinder and the block. Alright. Then we will write the constraint relation, and then all those equations will be solved to get the answer. The question is asking in terms of n mg by 35. So they are asking the value of n. So this n mg by 35 is the value of friction between the block and the cylinder. Alright, so we'll have to find out the value of the friction between them. Then we'll have to compare that answer with this value that is given in the question. Alright, so we are first of all drawing the free body diagram of the cylinder. So downward the slope, what will be the gravitational force on the cylinder? 2 mg sin 37t. And upward the slope, there will be tension always pulls. Alright, so tension will be in the upward direction of the slope. And since the cylinder is a heavy mass as compared to the block, the cylinder will try to come downward. So the surface, the block surface will try to stop the cylinder from coming down, and it will apply a frictional force which will be upward the slope. So basically the cylinder is experiencing three forces due to gravity, due to tension, and the friction. And we are assuming that the cylinder is coming down the slope with an acceleration a. So Newton's second law comes out to be 2 mg sin 37 minus t minus f is equal to 2 ma. Alright, so you can very easily write this Newton's law once you figure out the number of forces that are acting on the system. Now we will draw the free body diagram of the block. So the block is experiencing again the gravity mg sin 37 downward. The tension will be again upwards, and the friction, since cylinder was opposed by the block and the friction due to the block was on the upward direction on the cylinder, so by Newton's third law, the same friction will act on the downward direction on the block. All right. So that will be the friction on the block will be on in the downward side. So the block will be going upwards. All right, because the block is connected to the thread. So what will be the equation? Newton's third law, T minus F minus mg sine 37. So the Newton's second law for the block has been completed. Now what we'll do, we'll write the torque equation for the cylinder. So basically we are taking torque from the center of mass of the cylinder. So we are seeing that the only friction force on the cylinder will be able to produce a torque like from center of mass, when you are taking the torque from center of mass of the cylinder. So torque will be F into R is equal to basically moment of inertia into alpha. All right. So F into R is equal to moment of inertia will be mr square by 2 since it is a solid cylinder. So mass is 2m, so 2m r square by 2 into alpha. Like solve this and simplify it, then we'll get F is equal to 2ma. Now we come to the constraint, and I have written the constraint as A is equal to alpha r. So is it right? Think think for yourself, that is that constraint right? That is basically a wrong constraint, because the ground is not at rest. The ground on which cylinder is resting is not at rest. That would have been correct when the cylinder would have been rolling on the ground, right? On a ground which was at rest. But here the block is moving itself. So what will be the constraint? The constraint will be alpha r minus a is equal to a, right? The acceleration relatively the cylinder and the block has to be at rest. The contact point of the cylinder and the block has to be at rest for pure rolling. So this was the crux of this question. If you are able to write this, alpha r minus a is equal to a, the constraint, your half of the problem is solved. All right. So alpha r becomes what? 2a. Alpha r becomes 2a. So basically we'll replace that alpha r from the torque equation of the cylinder, and what we'll do, we'll solve the Newton's laws equations that we have obtained for cylinder and the block. All right. So if we add these the Newton's laws equation for the cylinder and the block, what we'll get? See, we are adding both the equations, first and second. First one is the Newton's second law for cylinder, second is the Newton's second law for the wedge. All right, the block basically. So 2 mg sine 37 will get reduced by mg sine 37, and tension will get cancelled off. Minus 2f will the friction force will get added. So basically what will come out to be, mg sine 37 minus 2f is equal to 3ma. All right, and you know that f is equal to 2ma. You already know that f is equal to 2ma. So if you replace f with 2ma, this whole equation will become mg sine 37 minus 4ma is equal to 3ma. So everything comes out as mg sine 37 is equal to 7ma. Like cancel mm from both the sides, and a you will get as g sine 37. A you will get as g sine 37 by 7. Like take very care that you don't commit error in calculation. So a has come out to be g sine 37 by 7. G sine 37 by 7. This type of big problems often come up with calculation error, so try to minimize that. So basically put the value of sine 37, that is 3 by 5. So you have calculated a in terms of g. Now you already know that f is equal to 2ma. F is equal to 2ma. So replace a with 3g by 35. Replace a with 3g by 35. What comes out? 6 mg by 35. So the friction force between cylinder and the block is 6 mg by 35. The friction force between the cylinder and the block is 6 mg by 35, which the expression for which has been given in the question, which is n mg by 35. So compare this final answer with the expression. You will get n is equal to 6. You will get n is equal to 6. So this is how we solve the problem. So the problem is more likely to come in your mains and advance. All right. So if you to write this constraint and you are able to write the torque equation on the cylinder which is rotating. I don't think this problem will be very much tough for you, but it is a very good revision problem because it involves the concept of rotation as well as Newton's laws and this constant motion. See, the surface on which rolling is occurring is also moving. All right.